April 22, 1915, Ypres front, Belgium. The eastern wind blew quietly across the crater-scarred fields, carrying with it a strange odor. French and Algerian soldiers in the Allied trenches began whispering among themselves. "Do you smell that?" Jacques asked his comrade, eyes widening as he noticed a yellowish-green cloud rising from the German lines. "Smells like rotten garlic mixed with metal," replied Amsem, an Algerian soldier, lifting his hand to cover his nose, though curiosity still flickered in his eyes. None of them knew that what drifted in the wind was no mist, no smoke from rifles. It was what German science had named chlorine gas, an invisible force, ushering in the age of chemical warfare. Across the trench, the plan of a chemist. On the other side, in a command bunker 2 kilometers away, German chemist Fritz Haber watched anxiously. "All we need is a favorable wind, sir. One deep breath, and their lungs will burst from the inside," he said to a German officer. Haber wasn't in uniform. He wore a velvet cap, glasses, and a neatly trimmed mustache, more like a bureaucrat than a soldier. Yet in that moment, he wielded one of the greatest powers on the battlefield, a weapon Germany believed would change the course of the war. "Are you sure?" the officer stammered, unsure if it was the cold or fear making him tremble. "In the lab is one thing," he added, "but this is people." Haber pressed his lips tightly. "I am sure. We've been stuck in these trenches for too long. Bullets, shells, men, none of it could break the stalemate. But this is different. This is science." The wind shifted. A creeping gray-green cloud slithered over the fields like an invisible predator. 6,000 gas cylinders opened, releasing over 150 tons of poisonous chlorine gas. Within minutes, thousands of Allied soldiers were choking, their eyes burning, their lungs feeling as if submerged in boiling water. "I can't breathe," Amsem screamed, clutching his throat as blood spurted from his mouth. "God, help me," echoed voices everywhere, rising from the trenches like the cries of animals in slaughter. Jacques tried to pull Amsem away, but he saw his friend's face turn bluish-green, eyes bulging, before collapsing, like a marionette whose strings were cut. Those who could still run staggered blindly, but every breath they took was another step toward death. By nightfall, over 5,000 Allied soldiers had died from suffocation. That day marked a turning point in history, the dawn of an invisible terror. And the man behind it, Fritz Haber, returned to Berlin to receive a medal. He reported to the generals, "Gas will change warfare, trenches will become the graves of old tactics." But as he toasted victory, his wife, Clara Emerwar, a chemist and fierce pacifist, stared in horror. "Why did you create this? To kill thousands at once? You're not worthy of being a scientist." Haber replied coldly, "Science doesn't have its own morality. It serves the nation first." Clara, eyes fixed on him, "No, it serves humanity first." That very night, Clara took Haber's service pistol and committed suicide. She became the first woman in Germany to receive a doctorate in chemistry, and the first tragic victim of her husband's creation. After Ypres, chemical warfare became a race to the bottom of hell. Britain, France, Russia, then America all joined in research. Chlorine right-pointing arrow mustard gas right-pointing arrow phosgene. Each step further down into darkness. By the end of World War I, over 1.2 million people had been wounded by poison gas. 90,000 killed. Many survivors lived with destroyed lungs, blindness, skin decay. In 1925, the Geneva Protocol banned the use of chemical weapons, only on paper. Less than 30 years later, in World War II, poison gas returned. Nazi Germany used Zyklon B in extermination camps, killing millions of Jews, including members of Fritz Haber's own family, the same man who once served the very regime that killed his people. History's darkest irony. Has warfare evolved like science, or only mirrored the brutality of humanity? If science is a knife, who holds it? The history of chemical warfare has never truly ended. It merely hides in the shadows, waiting to remind us of the day when breath became a weapon. And that was the day gas changed warfare forever.